Hello, hello. Good afternoon, good evening. Just trying out some toys I got here. What are you guys doing tonight? Hola. Thank you for joining, Ms. Garcia. Just trying out a couple things because I've got that interview Tuesday with Ricky. You saw that, right? Ricky Rincon. And very excited about that. The guy is well known in certain important circles, entertainment circles anyway. So I'm very excited to talk to him, get to know him, and he's got a lot of stories to tell. So I understand. All right, this music ain't doing it for me. I'm gonna have to change this up. Wasn't doing it. That one wasn't doing it. I'm gonna try this for a little bit. If this puts you to sleep, let me know too, and I'll change this. And you guys see that nasty tornado last night in the Midwest? Tornadoes, I should say. Nasty situation. That was very bad. I think as of right now, they're calling it the worst tornado in U.S. history. Winds of over 300 miles per hour. It's just not good. Troy, what's up? Our parent group fighting the tyrants in Pennsylvania. We'd love to strike an interview someday. Stay cool. Hey, absolutely. Get in touch. 100% get in touch. You know, I've been trying to get your boy Doug Mastriano on, and it was always bad timing with the day job that I had. So I am well aware of what you guys are going on over there. Definitely get in touch, Troy. I am totally up for that. You know what? This music ain't doing it for me either. This was supposed to be. I love jazz, but I'm not. I don't know. This particular piece ain't doing it for me. Yeah, it's like I'm being a pain in the ass over here. Ooh. We'll try this one now. Chuck checking in. What? How you doing, sir? Pretty nasty stuff out there last night with that tornado, huh? Unreal. They played that 911 call. Actually, I don't think it was a 911 call. It was a lady who was doing a live from that candle shop, that candle factory that came down. Roof came down on it, if I believe. Hey, Linda. What you doing, Linda? I was talking about that situation last night. That candle factory that went down. They were playing that live, the recording that lady did once it came down, and people were screaming in the background. Man, can't even imagine. Horrible. I don't think we're going to have any kind of legit body count for some time yet. It's a lot of debris to clean up. I mean, devastating. Just, I mean, if you could think of one of the worst in recent years, tornadoes. This thing was like 10 times worse. So bad. And plus, it's cold, right? What the heck is that? December tornadoes, and it's cold, and they got no power. It's like, man, bad situation. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to see on the live. The only clips that I've seen are once it goes black, from the losing power and the roof caving in, and she's telling the person, send some help, and it's just it's heart-wrenching, unbelievable. They say always be thankful for what you have, because some people's days and nights and the rest of their lives are ruined pretty quick by something like this. My heart goes out to all of them. Bad situation. Up all night keeping up with that. Yeah, I tried to stay up as late as I could, and the beef I got with that, and I was talking to Linda, chatting. She put up a post on it, and I was like, where has this been in the news? I haven't seen anything about this in the news. And I don't know, but there didn't seem to be too much coverage on it, at least not at first. And then once it started going all down, then they started covering it, and it's like, what's up with that? How does that happen? How does this not get covered? And I don't know, unless they underestimated it, maybe. This was the worst I've ever seen. Late fall, early December. It's the South's second spring, but this was unprecedented, big time. I mean, 300 mile per hour. The tornadoes that pass by here, Linda, you know this. Anybody else who lives down here? Even the big tornadoes that have passed, I don't think they've been that bad. You're talking 125 mile per hour winds, 150, 170 even. Can you imagine over 300 miles per hour? Isabel, welcome. Thanks for coming out. My little impromptu, just a late night chit chat. Manny, after a month on end, Pennsylvania Supreme Court finally sided with the parents, and they vacated the mask mandate on our children, effective immediately. Right on. So here in South Texas, even though the governor said no, that the school districts cannot force kids to wear masks, apparently some school districts are still requiring the kids to wear masks. And that ain't cool. I need to find out what's going on with that, because it's just sick of this whole mask thing already. Climate change? Nah. Our climate change got pretty cool today. Real windy, huh? Nice today. Yeah, 303 miles per hour. I still don't understand. I tried to read up on that gate to gate. Linda, I was looking that up in a couple of spots, and apparently they all got their information from the same source, because the verbiage, the description was exactly duplicated everywhere. So, still, the point is 303 miles per hour. That's freaking ridiculous. Is this like a rogue storm, a freak storm? Loophole, mask is part of the dress code. But what if the school doesn't have a dress code? I mean, if there was no uniform, is there a dress code? I mean, is there a dress code? The fact that you have to have clothes on, does that make it a dress code? I don't know. What bothers me, I've got there's a couple of elementary schools here around the corner from me. Many times I drive by and the kids are playing soccer or running laps and they're running with masks on. Here it gets 80 this time of year. It's still in the 80s, and even in the summer they were running around with their masks on, and it's hot. You know how hot it gets down here in South Texas. Like, what's up with that? It's like waiting for one of these kids to drop dead because they can't breathe because they're running around a big, huge lab. That it's. And I'm just glad that this Omicron variant seems like it's it's a flop. Not as mean and nasty as they were making it sound. El Reno was 305, but up close on mobile Doppler radar. Last night was from much further away and only 2 miles per hour below the strongest recorded tornado in history. God, I can't even imagine that. Can't even imagine what the strongest hurricane was. Hurricane Hugo. Remember Hurricane Hugo? Okay, Hurricane Hugo, which was big, that highest wind speed was 162 miles per hour. Let's see what else is there. Okay, let's look at Katrina. Katrina, 174 miles per hour. 1,800 people died that. There was flooding and everything that came after that, so Katrina was bad. But if we're just talking wind speed, I mean, this thing was worse than freaking hurricanes that have hit this country. Hurricane Andrew, if I remember, that was a big one too. 174 miles per hour. Hurricane Camille, this is 1969, 174 miles per hour. Hurricane Irma, 2017, 185 miles per hour. We have to go back now. I'm going 1935. Labor Day hurricane, 183 miles per hour. Wilma in 2005 was at 183. 214, Hurricane Patricia in 2015. Generally speaking, they've been under 200 miles per hour. Can you imagine over 300 miles per hour? Good Lord. Moore, Oklahoma was the last huge tornado they had, within 10 years apart. And not that it makes a difference, but these things are always at nighttime, overnight, right? Like the worst possible time. Not that any time is a good time to have a tornado, but this time of year, I mean, that's not normal, right? I'm no meteorologist, but I kept hearing, this is not necessarily normal. Rita, yep, Rita was on here. Did I just hit Rita? Where is Rita? It's not showing. Oh, here it is. Oh, no. Typhoon Rita. Hurricane Rita, 2005, 177 miles per hour. Yeah. And I'm not saying that's not fast. That's not heavy. But, man, 305 miles per hour? I mean, they're brick. Normally all these wood structures, frame homes, that kind of thing are the things that don't make it, right? But there were brick buildings, and these things are, brick buildings that are all bunched up together, rows of them in a whole block. That came down. That's how strong that 300 miles per hour is. Linda says, my friend that lived through both more tornadoes was commenting on that thread. I feel so bad, man. It's you wish you had Elon Musk kind of money and just put it out there and go, hey, whatever they need, immediately start taking care of it, cleaning up, get these people into some kind of home or apartment or something and put them up for it. I don't know. That would do so much. Hurricane Buela, 688. Hurricane Buela. Oh, you mean Beulah, right? Is it Beulah? Yeah, Beulah. 162 miles per hour. 688 fatalities. Yeah, that's... Man, I can't imagine. It seems like if there's only 100 casualties or less, I mean, you don't want to say it's not so bad, because any loss of life from that's bad, but it could be worse, I guess you could say, right? We had one about 10 years ago on New Year's in Garland, Texas, and it blew cars off bridges that killed. Oh, man. God, man, can you imagine being blown off a bridge? Beulah. Yeah, I got you, Isabel. Tornadoes are not uncommon this time of year, but what happened last night was completely out of the ordinary. Whew. What was it? Oklahoma? Illinois? Did it do Missouri? Did it hit Missouri? Kentucky, right? Kansas? I thought there were like five or six states affected. Very bad. Very bad. It's man. And here in the valley, we got so much flooding issues. When it rains just a little bit, a lot of flooding, and I don't even want to think about what would happen if we got hit with something like that. You know, some kind of big hurricane. Even if it wasn't a big hurricane, a freaking mild hurricane, what the heck would happen to Brownsville? Considering the flooding we've got. I got you. Cindy, what's up? How you doing, Cindy? Let's see. Missouri, Arkansas, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Illinois. Yeah, Southern Illinois. Apparently 6 people died at the Amazon warehouse, right? Southern Illinois. I think they're officially calling it six dead. And I know they kept talking about was it city in Kentucky where they were saying 50, but I don't know if that was confirmed or not. That 50 people had perished in I forget the name of the town. I know one of you guys will put it up there. You think there will be another winter storm here in the RGV? You know, Mayfield, that's right. Mayfield. Thanks, Linda. Mayfield. And I don't think they're putting any official numbers out there yet, but I know that last night they were saying, 50 people at least. And today they're not so... they only confirmed... Oh, there was one casualty. Remember that nursing home they were talking about that they showed from a it was a helicopter or drone. The whole roof was gone, and they were taking care of people. You can see them in their rooms. Real creepy. And they're saying there was one confirmed fatality out of that. But they're not mentioning anything else about these 50 or 100, unless they have, and I haven't caught it. They've been showing footage, I've been scanning all the news networks and CNN, the Weather Channel. And I don't know, but I'm not paying the attention I think that it deserves, but that's just me saying that. But yeah, bad, horrible, bad. A couple 100,000 people without power, I think what I'm saying here. And oof. So while that's going on, right, and the Amazon warehouse that took a hit this morning, Blue Horizon or Blue? I don't remember the name. It was the Jeff Bezos rocket or their rocket system. They launched successfully, come down, and there was not a mention of the warehouse that went down, the people that died in it, and people are angry about that too. What's your take on that? Should he have maybe postponed it? It's when you're talking rocket launches, it's not like you can just, oh, hang on, we're gonna have to time out. It's a whole big ordeal to delay something like that. I don't know. Should he have not launched a rocket? I mean, there was loss of life. It was devastating. I mean, probably lost the whole facility. Another meteorologist I know had to break down the casualties by town. Oh, you were saying too that one of the storm chasers took a hit, huh? I couldn't find that. I was looking for that. Hey, Nadia. Cool, thank you. Yep. Yeah, I'm digging this too. I'm gonna tweak it here and there too. I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't think I would have either. I would have said, "Whoa!" I mean, and this is something they knew last night. So honestly, they could have put a stop to it last night instead of this morning and then canceling it. I would have done it last night. Let's reschedule. Let's forget about that for a few weeks right now. And so, a little insensitive. Could be. But like I said, stopping a rocket launch, I don't know the details and logistics of that. But it would have been a nice gesture to, let's, we're not doing this today. And have him go over there. Yeah. Plenty of atmospheric windows. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? He should have stopped it. He shouldn't have done it. And they knew this last night. It didn't happen like early this morning where they knew this last night. It happened last night. Same here. If they rescheduled Wednesday's original launch date, today could have also been postponed. Yeah, right? Exactly. Yeah. I'm on that train now. Should have stopped it. And I don't think to date, let's see. Has he said anything yet? Oh, now he has. He's finally said something. Jeff Bezos finally responds hours after he was blasted for silence on Amazon's warehouse tragedy in Illinois. 6 people were killed, at least 6 people, so there could be more. This is in Edwardsville, Illinois, southern Illinois. The news from Edwardsville is tragic. We're heartbroken over the loss of our teammates there, and our thoughts and prayers are with their families and loved ones. All of Edwardsville should know that Amazon team is committed to supporting them and will be by their side through the crisis. We extend our fullest gratitude to all the incredible first responders who have worked so tirelessly at the site. That was his comment, and that's it. Yeah, and they're saying at least 6, so who knows? That could be much more. Now, what's the big fuss over going to space? Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 have been roaming space for almost 40 years and nothing. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't mind going, but I want to go and stay up there. These guys just went up and then, okay, come back down. How long did they spend up there? A few minutes? A couple minutes? If even that much? It's almost like they're just, I don't know. You go up, spend some time, do a few, what do you call it? Go around the world a few times, a few days perhaps, and then come back down. Yeah, I don't know. I might like that a little bit better. Didn't he step down from Amazon? I know he owns it, but he isn't the CEO. Yeah, I heard something like that. But still, he's connected. He's right now, when you think of Amazon, that's what you think of, Jeff Bezos. He should have said something last night. They should have canceled this thing. They don't even break the stratosphere. Yeah, something like that. It just barely gets up there. Earth has oxygen. Kind of vital. Yeah, I get it. But yeah, I'm not trying to what's the word? Downplay the importance of being in space and it's a great accomplishment. people like to get on Elon Musk's case. They're angry because he's a billionaire, or they don't care about what he's done, or they don't think what he's done is has any impact on our planet, on our people. I mean, freaking got the electric car situation going. Eventually, prices will come down, make it a little affordable for everybody. But right now, it's not a perfected system. But he created the commercial electric car, putting people in space. Putting how many thousands of satellites up there to provide internet for the world. I mean, these are some pretty amazing accomplishments. So, cut him some slack. I do. I certainly will. So, yeah, people need to calm down. Focus on something a little more down to earth, important. Did anybody see? I was watching Digital Dimwit last night, and I just caught the tail end. They were talking about they were doing movies and stuff. Yeah, I've been wanting to do that. Has anybody seen the Ghostbusters Afterlife? Manny, Netflix newest movie starring Sandra Bullock and I started to see that. Is that what it's called? I started to watch that, and it looks really good. At the beginning of the movie, she's coming out of jail, and she's all hard, and she's hardened, right? Giving attitude to the Pearl guy, whatever he is, and gets her signed up into the halfway house, and it looks good. In fact, I'll finish watching that tonight. That looks really good. But I can't get into. Nadia was telling me about this a Western. What's the name of that Western movie? It was a mostly black African American cast. And it's a Western. Tell me what that was. What about Rittenhouse? Do you think the verdict would have been the same if he had $2 million? If he didn't have his $2 million lawyer? Yeah, pretty much. It wasn't his lawyers that made the difference. It was the prosecution that screwed it up. I mean, honestly, you have to look at it for what it was. The issue of him having the gun illegally or whatever, that got thrown out. So that was off the table. And in Wisconsin, you're allowed to defend yourself. And they showed every angle, a lot of different angles of footage. When you just explicitly cut through all the crap and just that point, was he defending himself? Yes, he was. The prosecution, if they weren't jackasses, they might have done a little better. Maybe guilty on something or whatever, but they just ruined it. They fudged it up. There was a lot of footage, and he didn't go there and just start shooting like the Wild West. He waited he waited, and finally when he was getting close to being taken out, that's when he fired back. So I think it was a good call. Not guilty was the right verdict. I saw 8-Bit today. It was Q2 8-Bit. Never heard of it. What is that about? The Harder They Fall. That's the one. So I tried watching that again, and I couldn't get into it. Why is it? And I don't know if I'm going to sound racist if I say this, but all African American cast, a Western, it didn't compute. It didn't. And anybody who knows me knows I'm not racist. Got nothing to do with that. But almost every Western cowboy movie in the history of the world has been all white, brown, right? And just seeing all black cast, it didn't work for me. It didn't work, and I just couldn't. I couldn't continue. It didn't do it for me. And I tried twice. I really, honestly tried twice. Chuck, what I'm pissed about is all the people are wanting the federal government not to send federal assistance to Kentucky because every vote in enrollment. I hope that's not true. That's got F politics right now. Send them every bit of money that they need, period. This cannot be political right now. Screw that. Screw that. That better not be the case. Do you think the crying helped? I think it really showed how. I mean, just because now he's 18, when you as you're growing up, we all know this. Once you have a birthday, it doesn't mean you're automatically a man and mature or a woman and mature and everything is perfect. I mean, it shows he's still a kid, and he was a kid still. I mean, dude was sobbing like could barely breathe. I believe it. I believe he was crying. Traumatic? Yeah, I'm sure it was. Did it help? I'm sure it did help. It probably did help. I mean, there was a movie, John Travolta courtroom movie called, oh my goodness, what it's called? The one about the bad water. It's called A Civil Action. Remember that? Anybody remember seeing that? A Civil Action. And he's in court at the beginning of the movie. And some accident takes place. They're just showing a case, what he does. He's an injury attorney. And they're arguing. And then the defendant comes in. They wheel him in on a wheelchair. He's slobbering. And they have to clean him up. And you can tell that the prosecution, the defense, does not want the guy to take the stand. Like, we can't have him. No way. And they're negotiating, writing little money amounts, trying to negotiate. Because if the jury sees that now quadriplegic in a wheelchair, it's over. They're going to award him millions. And so it's like that, I think if they knew that was going to happen, or if he was a really emotional kid or something, they might not have. The prosecution may not have wanted him on there, but I think tears help no matter what, most of the time, right? Haven't seen Ghostbusters yet. I'm not too thrilled to see it. I like the original. I'll watch Afterlife when it's streamable. Yeah, I just didn't want to spoil it. It was kind of interesting. It was different. It's not like the first one at all. And then I saw it. It was a 8:55 p.m. showing. By the time the movie started, it was almost 9:30 at night. So it's not like I was tired or bored. I was watching the whole thing. And then finally, way at the end, the characters, the cast from the original Ghostbusters, they come out. And then I'll just call it action. There's all kind of action, right? And that's when I found myself falling asleep. And I talked about this with somebody, like, you know what? It wasn't necessarily a boring movie. At least that part was not boring, but it was strange that I would get sleepy when most of the action that was going on was going on. So I mean, I was a little disappointed. It looked good in the trailers. It looked good, so I was a little disappointed. His mom dropped him off. I know, right? And he didn't bring the gun across state line. The gun was already in Wisconsin. But yeah, you know what? Whose mom tells her 17-year-old kid, "Oh yeah, go ahead, go over there and pick up that rifle and just start, go get involved in the freaking riots." Who does that? Seriously. She's an idiot. And like I said before, I don't see him as a hero. Rittenhouse is not a hero. Not a hero. Not at all. He's just a guy that, rightfully so, got self-defense and not guilty. But he's not a hero. He doesn't stand for any one of us or anything like that. Nope. He's just a guy who was found not guilty. But I don't see him as a hero. I mean, he never should have been there. If he doesn't go there, none of this happens. Simple. 8-bit. I saw my teacher. It's an 80s throwback. Do you think if Travis Scott cries will help too? Not in this case. What about that lady? What's her name? The officer that... She's the one that thought she was going to tase him, but then ended up shooting him, right? She thought the gun was her taser. What about that? She freaked. I mean, right when it happened, you know how they say, "Oh, he was not remorseful. She was not remorseful." She freaked. You guys seen that video? Catherine Varktech. I'm missing something there. What am I missing there? Any cameos from the 80s actor? Yes. And there was a tribute to one of them who's not there anymore, who's not with us anymore. I mean, it was touching, but it seemed like they brought them out. It seemed like they brought them out to try to save the film, kind of like, I don't know. Didn't convince me. And I love the first one, the original one. Who didn't, right? I'll never forget Egon's line from the 80s movie, "I collect spores, molds, and fungus." Yeah. Trump offered him work. Yeah, I saw there's a funny meme. What does that mean? Him and Trump dancing or something. It's funny, but Trump has helped a lot of people. He's offered a lot of people work, and he's done a lot for regular people, so that does not surprise me. So, did you guys hear this thing last week about Bill Clinton filing for divorce? Did you guys hear about that? It made the news somewhere. Or was that fake? No, there it is. Internet resurrects a false claim that Bill and Hillary are getting divorced. Damn it. Oh, not that I want to see a divorce, but that would have been pretty, that would have been interesting to follow that one. Oops. The latest mole. Oh, man. You know what? If you guys haven't seen the David Chappelle, the special, not this one he's got now, the one before when he's wearing that green jumpsuit. That's the special you've got to watch. He talks about this whole the French actor Juicy Smollett, and it's so friggin' funny. Hilarious. What's your take on Juicy? Was he rightfully convicted? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Linda, the other thing that came out today, Bill files for divorce now that he had a health scare, whatever happened to him. He was sick recently. But apparently it's fake news, like Chuck says. Yeah, Chuck, it's fake, I know. Not that I want them to get divorced. I think they're made for each other. But would have been interesting. So I knew this whole Juicy Smollett thing was fake from the very beginning. And everybody else, I get it. Well, not everybody, but intelligent people all read this, can see right through it. I mean, he said he was going to Subway at 2 o'clock in the morning. That a nutritionist told him that that's what he had to eat, so that's what he went to go eat at 2 o'clock in the morning. And, it's like 12 degrees outside in Chicago, middle of the night. And two guys, MAGA hats, telling him it's MAGA country, which Chicago is not. And it's just friggin' hilarious. I mean, it's a comedy of errors, and it's like, what the hell was he thinking? I mean, did he really think he really must have thought he could get away with this? It's freaking ridiculous. And and what made me sick too is watching him walk through the courtroom with his entourage, everybody wearing those aviator sunglasses and walking in there like they're badasses or whatever in a group. Like, get the hell out of here! You ain't nobody. Oh man, yeah, it's I'm not necessarily glad he's convicted. I guess I am glad he's convicted. I don't think he's gonna do any time. I think they're gonna do time served. But at least he's got the conviction. And his attorneys are so adamant that the conviction's going to get overturned on appeal. I don't know how they can be so adamant about that. And I hope not. I think the next person to be investigated is Kim Fox, the DA. Something's up with her. Yeah, but it's funny to all the people that say, "Oh, this is what do they call this? A modern day lynching that almost happened here." Ugh. We have our own. Yes, we do. Oh, yes, we do, Linda. We know all about those setup. Yeah, we know. And do love that profile pic, Manny. Look it up. The viral pic. Oh, I know about the pie. Oh, yep. Google Marie calendars. Yep, seen that. Juicy going to jail for paying fines. Right now, it's on to pay court fees at least. I don't know what that situation is like. His whole case was pro bono. Wouldn't surprise me if they have a fund for him already, and if there are any fees that they would come out of that, but pretty sure he doesn't have any fees to pay. Juicy, I don't think he's going to jail. I honestly don't. Like I said, I hope they don't overturn the conviction. They can appeal all they want. But honestly, I don't think he's going to go to jail. And, I'm okay with that. As long as the felony convictions are on his record, that's what matters the most to me. Sharon Weiss. Yes, that's it. That's right. Juicy was on crumbs for sure. Oh, that's her name. The memes are funny. Yeah, it's now they have laughed so much since I found Sharon's pie. That was funny. It is. It's hilarious. Even funnier that Linda put it on her profile pic. Yeah, so that happened. And what else are we talking about here? TW tornadoes, check. Anybody afraid of Omicron, the new flavor of the month variant? Seems like it's a flop. Nothing to worry about. What about the CNN story about the producer for Cuomo arrested for freaking horrible claims trying to recruit young children? You guys see that story? I posted it earlier. Inducing minors for sex. Yeah, this is for real. CNN suspended one of its staffers following a federal indictment accusing him of coercing parents to allow their minor daughters to engage in sexual activity in his home. According to the indictment, April to July of 2020, he utilized messaging applications Kik and Google Hangouts to communicate with people purporting to be parents of minor daughters, conveying to them, among other ideas, that a woman is a woman regardless of her age. Oh my God. Griffin later transferred over $3,000 to the mother for plane tickets so the mother and her 9-year-old could fly. And the mother actually went, right? Yeah, at the house, the daughter was directed to engage in and did engage in unlawful sexual activity. How old is this kid? Let's see, the mother of 9 and 13-year-old daughters. You know what? Lock him up and throw away the key, and that girl's mother, lock her up and throw away the freaking key also. Sheesh. They're gonna get him for perjury. Yep. I don't think they're gonna. I don't think he's gonna get off. I don't think they're gonna overturn the conviction. He might not go to jail, or very little, or they might give him 5,000 hours of community service or something like that. But they better not overturn that. Did I miss tonight's guest? Nope. Just hanging out with you guys, testing out some new equipment, and digging the new background here. Tuesday is going to be an interesting show, guys. If you can tune in on Tuesday night, it's going to be Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram live. His name is Ricky Rincon, and he's a very well respected and connected person in the Latin American music scene, among other things. He does branding and I'll tell you more about it then. But if you don't know anything about him, you could look him up. I put a little bit of a bio on his on my description here for the show, for the Tuesday show. The one that came out earlier, I said I'm going live on Tuesday, and we're talking Jennifer Lopez. Remember John Cicada, him, Esai Morales. You know that actor? You guys know who Esai Morales is? Do you remember him? Hey, Tess. Nice for you to visit. I'm glad you could make it, even if it's just for a little bit. Yeah, you guys know who Esai Morales is? With that black chair, it looks like you have Mike Gundy. Oh. Does he got a mullet now? I saw him at the airport. This was middle last year, summertime. I was waiting for my flight in Houston, and I was just sitting there waiting. I was having a drink at these middle bar tables they got where you can connect your laptop. And dude was standing right next to me. I was like, yeah, the dude looks like Mike Van Gundy. And then I looked, and I kept looking, and sure enough, and he had some kind of NBA gear or it was some kind of recruiting college something they were going to. So I snapped a picture. I took it. I've got to photograph him somewhere. Dude was all right. I don't know. I always respected him. He was all right. So, anyway, I was saying Tuesday's show is going to be interesting. Very, that's what I was saying. Esai Morales. You guys know who Esai Morales is? Well, I guess. Remember, there was a movie from the 80s. It's called Bad Boys. You guys remember Bad Boys with Sean Penn? Who remembers? I still can't put a picture up here. I got to figure out this system a little better. Esai Morales was in a movie with Sean Penn called Bad Boys, where they're teenagers that get sent to juvenile prison, and really good drama, filmed in Chicago. And he was in La Bamba. He was Richie's brother. He's been on NYPD Blue, if I'm not mistaken. He's been on a lot of crap, a lot of stuff. Anyway, he's connected there, and the potential for what could come up on my show is tremendous. You know, it's about who you know, and Ricky Rincon is a funny guy, good guy, very knowledgeable, and it'll be interesting to get to know him and hear some of the stories he's got to tell. He'll tell stories. He won't tell secrets, but he'll tell stories. So I'm looking forward to that. Hope you guys can make it Tuesday at 7. Oh yeah, Sean Penn. I like him. I think one of his best performances ever is, I'm going to say, Mystic River. He was so good in Mystic River. I mean, if my kid was dead or something happened to my kid, and the way he just, that was heart-wrenching. If you haven't seen Mystic River, check out Mystic River. Sean Penn, what's her name? Damn it, I'm forgetting names now. Mystic River cast. Kevin Bacon is in Mystic River. Laura Linney, Tim Robbins is in Mystic River. Emmy Rossum, she's in Mystic River. Lawrence Fishburne is in Mystic. Great movie. Drama. The ending is, man. Check out Mystic River if you haven't seen that. It's worth the watch. Hey, Sean, what's up? Thanks for hanging out for a bit. 8-bit is filmed in Chicago. What is this 8-bit? Okay, let me look it up. You know what 8-bit means? Oh, 8-bit Christmas. June Diane Raphael, Winslow Fegley, Stephen Zahn, Neil Patrick Harris, Doogie Howser, Cyrus on David Cross. Oh, okay. Any good? That's a Christmas movie, right? Obviously, 8-bit Christmas. Chuck, talk about Jenny Rivera. Interesting ties that she had. She was married to a MLB pitcher. Okay, that brings us to the Jenny Rivera series that was on Netflix. Anybody see this thing? If anybody sees a Jenny Rivera Netflix series? I watched it, and it was interesting at first, and then I got sucked into it, and then I just couldn't take it anymore. So just that. Too much of her music, too much of that kind of music, which I'm not a fan of. I'm just not my thing. Too much of that music injected everywhere, you know, coming into a scene, coming out of a scene, coming out after a break or coming into a break. And it's like the whole movie, the whole series was only about her bad relationships, her horrible boyfriend, her horrible husband. That's what the movie was about. Very, very little about her music and what she could have done and what she did or what she was doing. They focused so much on her abusive relationships. And I don't know, it just got to be it went on for too long. It just dragged on and dragged on. I just couldn't. It never got to the part where I know what happens to her, but I never got that far, and I saw quite a bit of it. I think I've seen Mystic River is good. Yeah, Mystic River is great. Check out Mystic River, guys, if you haven't seen that. Yeah, for the most part, it was. They kept repeating the same song over and over. It's like, oh, then you just start to get sick of it, and I got sick of it. I just couldn't. I had to pull the plug. And and I don't mean to be cynical or anything, but I was like, okay, when's she gonna die? Isn't she gonna die yet? And that's how I knew I had to stop watching it, because I was getting like I was getting dumb. I was like, all right, I don't want nobody to die. I don't want anybody to die, but this is just, they were just drawing it out way too much. Right? You know what I mean? It's like when's she gonna die? I'm waiting for that. Oh, okay, we're taking a flight after the concert. We're gonna get on a plane, and then just that situation never came up. And then I looked how many episodes were left. I was like, oh, forget this. I can't keep watching. There's a cooking show called I Cook, You Cook, We Cook, and a lady never shows her face, but her voice is 100% like Jenny Root. Oh, I gotta check that out. Is that on the Netflix? Hey guys, if you haven't seen Somebody Feed Phil on Netflix, have you seen this? It's a documentary series. Somebody Feed Phil. And Phil is Phil Rosenthal, who's the creator of, he created Everybody Loves Raymond. And in fact, Raymond's brother, the big tall dude, he's the cop. Raymond's brother from Everybody Loves Raymond, that girl he's married to? Well, that's Phil Rosenthal's wife in real life. Anyway, he visits different countries, trying different foods, and they're short. I don't know, they're 30-minute. I don't think they're an hour. 40 minutes maybe. I can't remember. But interesting, and he's funny. The dude's funny. And he goes all around the world trying food and talking to different people, and it's great. You should give it a watch. That's definitely something a little uplifting and funny. He's a funny guy. Obviously, he made Everybody Loves Raymond, so that's a funny one. I started watching Game of Thrones, first episode, midpoint. I forgot what I was watching. I watched maybe a couple of episodes of Game of Thrones. Not my thing. I jumped, I don't know how many seasons ahead, and I picked a spot and I turned it on. I don't know if they were in a cave or something. It was so freaking dark. Like half the episode, it was completely pitch black dark. I'm like, what is this? A lot of nude scenes, sexual situations, and which is fine. But I don't know. That's like a fantasy movie. Somebody else was. I can't get into movies. I'm not a movie like Harry Potter. Not a fan. Like Conan the Barbarian. Back we're talking the 80s. Not my thing. Xena's a Warrior Princess. Not my thing. Merlin or whatever. Not my thing. None of that stuff. It's not my thing. So why would Game of Thrones be my thing? I'd rather watch House of Cards. Kevin Spacey. House of Cards. Great series. But once he leaves, I don't know, season 4 or 5 maybe. Once the Kevin Spacey character is gone, done, no good. It just. But it's really good. You want to know what happens behind the scenes in Washington D.C. Watch House of Cards. I love Everybody Loves Raymond. I could watch the show, repeat it. Yep, I love it too. Can't get into Game of Thrones, but Lord of the Rings, these are not my thing. Highlander, nope, not my thing. Yes, I am watching Yellowstone. Tell me you guys are all watching Yellowstone. Who has not watched Yellowstone yet? And you know what? You got to watch it from the beginning. Don't watch the new season now. You got to watch seasons 1, 2, and 3. You have to. I haven't been hooked on a series like this live, current, since Sopranos. I mean, every Sunday I was on the edge of my seat waiting for the whole week for Sunday to come up. And now I'm doing the same thing with Yellowstone. It's freaking awesome. Yellowstone. Oh man, you guys must see. Really, Shane? Check out Yellowstone. Kevin Costner is so good in this thing. Not watching Yellowstone yet. Not yet. Big maybe. Oh, come on, Isabel. You got to get by you got to give the first couple of episodes. I think once you get past the first episode, you'll start to get hooked. You get to know the characters. It's like The Sopranos meets the Wild West in modern times. It's not a cowboy movie. It's not a Western. It takes place in current times. Montana. Beautiful country, beautiful scenery. Give it watch it from season 1, episode 1, and go from there. Oh, Dina, you would like it. I think you would like it. Just a character. Oh man, I can't. You guys got to give it a chance. Tell me it's not good. Really? I don't get you. That's I don't get hooked on a lot of series, and that one is I am gonna have to chat with you. All right, bud. Hey, give me a call whenever. You know how to reach me. Kevin Costner. Okay, you can. Yeah, Kevin Costner. What's that dude's name? Cole Hauser, which is Rip. His name is Rip on a TV show. I think it's Cole Hauser, right? Cole Hauser. Yeah, he was in Good Will Hunting. He was in. Oh man, he was in a lot of stuff. Of course, my mind draws a blank when I need to tell you what he was in. Dazed and Confused, Too Fast, Too Furious, Good Will Hunting, like I said, The Breakup, Pitch Black, The Cave, School Ties. He was in School Ties? I don't remember him then. Olympus Has Fallen. He's been in a lot of stuff. He was a small part in Good Will Hunting, but he's really good in Yellowstone. I mean, so is Kevin Costner. Oh man, you guys got me. Come on, give it a chance. Give it a chance. All right, Isabel, Dina, come on, give it a chance. Beth is a badass. Beth is that one family member you want, or that coworker that you want and you love, or you hate. You want Beth on your side. You don't want to get on her bad side. You don't. But loyal to her father, she is. And that's anybody would want somebody like to be friends with someone like her. Absolutely. So there. A couple of things for you guys to watch. Yellowstone, start at the beginning. Don't cheat. Start at the beginning so you can know everything. And then Mystic River. If you haven't seen Mystic River, great movie. What am I going to watch tonight? What do you guys tell me to watch? I said I'm going to watch something tonight. Oh, I'm going to finish watching the Sandra Bullock movie, right? Yeah, that's what I'll do. Yes, start. Go to the beginning. I mean, Kevin Costner was a badass in the movie too, but his daughter Beth, Rip. You'll see who Rip is, and what's that guy's name? I think it's in the movie. His name is Rainwater. He's that Indian. Well, I don't even think he's Indian. His name is, Gil Birmingham. He plays Chief Thomas Rainwater. Does really good. Kelly Riley, that's who Beth is. Luke Grimes is in this thing. The guitar player, singer, country singer, I think his name is Ryan Bingham. He's in this thing. And it's really good. It's really good. You got to watch it from the beginning, though, so you can understand all of it. Trust me. Watch Yellowstone, everybody. The best scene I like was the boutique scene. Oh, classic. They've got that scene plastered all over YouTube. I'm not going to tell you the whole bit about it, but her sister-in-law gets abused. Yeah, abused because she's Native. And Beth goes in there and takes care of business. It's really good. Oh yeah, I've seen Mystic River quite there. Yeah, it is, right? Yeah, absolutely. Oh man, and then if you haven't seen, I know I mentioned Good Will Hunting. If you haven't seen that yet, totally different movie. It's not like Yellowstone, but Matt Damon is so good in that. Ben Affleck too. They wrote it very well. Great movie. Very good movie. That's another one. But definitely check out. Start watching Mystic River. You got 3 seasons, 3 full seasons plus a couple of. We're already at what 5th or 6th episode already for the new season. And give it a shot. I'm pretty sure you'll like it. Kevin Costner is really good in it. Oh yeah, Matrix. What they called Matrix? What? It's on the 22nd. That's coming out. There's a football movie about Kurt Warner from the LA Rams quarterback. That looked really good too. There was something else. West Side Story. Not gonna watch it. I'm not a fan of musicals. 1. 2. I don't think anything is better than the original West Side Story with Rita Moreno and Natalie Wood. I'm a fan of leave things alone. Leave the originals alone. 3. I don't think there's a single Puerto Rican actor in that whole movie, and that bothers me because the movie takes place in New York and the Bronx, or right? It's the Bronx or Brooklyn or something like that. And yeah, it bothered me. In the original West Side Story, everybody that played her family, a lot of the guys that played her family, who were supposed to be all Puerto Rican, were not. There were no Puerto Rican actors back then. There was no pool to choose from. So they had to give everybody spray tans and make them look Latin, Puerto Rican. So I don't know. I think they would have done the movie justice if they would have put some Puerto Rican people in there. Rita Moreno comes out in it. I've seen that documentary, which is good. Her life is celebrated very well. I've seen her in that great documentary. If you haven't seen that, the Rita Moreno one. The Town, great flick. The Town was real good too. That's another one to watch. Green Bay. Green Bay, no. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Green Bay. Copland. Some people didn't like Copland. I loved Copland. Sylvester Stallone, Harvey Keitel, Robert De Niro. Oh man, all-star cast. What's her name? Ciora. Her last name is Ciora. Isabel Ciora. I can't remember her first name. And great movie. Copland is actually pretty good. And that guy, the obnoxious actor, what's his name? Michael. He's real loud. He's a redhead. He's a pain in the ass lately. Knows what I'm talking about. His name is Michael Rappaport. I mean, I like him. And he's in that too. Annabella Ciora, that's her name. Robert Patrick is in it. Ray Liotta's in it. So it's like an all-star cast. It's really good. I like mobster movies. Yeah. The Godfather, obviously. Goodfellas. You have to watch. I think you should watch The Irishman. The Irishman was good. It's the first time that they use CGI which is computer graphics interface, to age somebody, to age an actor, instead of using makeup to make him look old. They did it with computer graphics. And I think it was, I think it worked for the most part. There were a couple of scenes. There was, I don't know. I think the CGI made Robert De Niro's face look a little weird sometimes. He kind of looked like a character in a PlayStation game or something like that. He looked a little weird. I mean, if you watch it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I think it's an important movie. They try to be factual about it, and it supposedly it tells the story of what happened to Jimmy Hoffa. And right after the movie came out, another documentary came out about the gentleman who was the actual guy, the Robert De Niro character in The Irishman, and he said what happened. So what happened to Jimmy Hoffa is exposed in that movie. It's long. It's like 3.5 hours long. So, yeah, I like Ray Liotta too. Ray Liotta is a cool dude. Irishman, I liked it. I like The Irishman. Cool. Yeah, I like it too. I was gonna play something else, and I thought this was a good place to leave it. Irishman look too fake. No, it's good. It really is good. But the way that CGI made Robert De Niro's face look, to me, I was like, it just looked a little weird. Like I said, it looked like he was a character in one of those video games that are out right now. And yeah, I think I don't know. You'd have to see it to know what I'm talking about. And I don't play video games, but I've seen the video games being played, and you see the characters now look more and more realistic, right? So that's what they made him. I think that's what he looks like. Goodfellas was awesome. The Godfather. Awesome movies. Those are like must-see movies. And then there's here another Kevin Costner one. The Highwayman. Have you seen this thing? The Highwayman. The Highwayman is Kevin Costner, Woody Harrelson, and basically it's the story of Bonnie and Clyde and how they were on the pursuit of Bonnie and Clyde. Kathy Bates is in it. True story. Great, well-made movie. Nice movie. Check out The Highwayman. Carlito's Way. Oh yeah, that was good too. The only thing what I didn't like is like the part 2 of that, which was supposed to show him as a youngster before the Carlito's Way movie. So the Carlito's Way, I don't know if it was part 2, but it was really a prequel, not a sequel. And was not a fan. Not well made. It's like, leave it alone. There's a movie and it worked. It was good. I tried watching, but the CGI is too distracting for me. Yeah, it was almost for me too. At first, I couldn't watch it, and I probably didn't give it another chance for about a month after it came out. I'm like, let me just watch it, and I'm glad I did. It's a good movie. As usual, Al Pacino was good, and De Niro was good. Everybody was in it. It's great. It's actually pretty good. Music's really nice. Making a list of stuff to watch during my Christmas vacation. You gave me some great ones I haven't seen yet. Good stuff. Main thing, Yellowstone. Watch Yellowstone. In fact, I'm thinking about getting a brand myself, or maybe a tattoo of the brand. That's how much I like Yellowstone. I got to think about that. I would do that. I'm dumb enough to do that. That I would do that. Well, not the brand, but the tattoo. I would. Yeah. It's good. It's really good. Give it a shot. Give it a chance. And alrighty, I think we're gonna call it a night. I think so. What about? Hang on, I was thinking there was one other movie I was gonna mention to you guys. I think I did. I think with the Highwaymen. I think that covered it. Oh, well, you want something surprising? I watched the documentary about Lady Gaga. Have you seen this thing? It's called 5'2". And, you know, I'm not a fan of her music. Not all of it, anyway. I think she can sing, for sure. I'm not a fan of her music, but I think as a person, she really impressed me. She really did. I was hooked. I watched the whole freaking documentary. I think she's a legit, straight up good person, and totally respect her. Again, I'm not a fan of all the music. It's not that it's not good music. I'm just not a fan of it. But I dig her. She's cool. I think she's a cool person. Yep, take a look at the Highwaymen. It's really good. Chuck, thank you so much. Your thoughts on VT before you go? What is there to say that hasn't already been said? And I don't know what's going on lately. I know she was running for something, or she decided to run, or she's not going to run. I know that she smoked a crack pipe a few times on a live. And she's her own worst enemy. I mean, what can you... There's not much to say about that. I'm just not a fan of the whole situation. You know, I talked about this before regarding Victor, Digital Dimwit, and how some people were, he's losing fans because he won't favor somebody over another. And I told him, don't favor anybody. Stay neutral. I'm not going to get involved in that mess. I think there are two parties handling that situation and some other situations. And I think they're doing just fine. Not my thing, even though I've jumped in and I'll laugh at somebody. And I try not to. I want to be a good person and not kick somebody while they're down. But like I said before, she makes it so easy. She just provides so much. She just doesn't. Nothing has changed, basically. It's sad for her. I've said it before. If she really had her mind set with no drugs and she had the right people around her, she can do a lot. She's got the gift of gab, and I think she could do things. But the drugs just mess her up, and just nothing is good's gonna come out of that. Nothing at all. And I did believe in her. I interviewed her on my other program, and she impressed a lot of people. She surprised a lot of people. But how quickly everything went downhill. Lady Gaga's on Netflix. It's called I don't remember what it's called. 5'2". It's called 5'2", spelled out. It's really good. Yeah, I don't know. That's what they said last time too. What did they say? Thanksgiving? That was his last game. I think they should just give up and start rebuilding already. I don't know why he's still there. He should have been gone a couple years ago. Just not working out. It's quite the circus. New characters almost every day. Yeah, I know. And it's too, all these names are coming up that I've never heard of. I don't know who they are or what they do. Or it's like, yeah, no. I'm losing interest because there's so many more new names popping up, and I don't know what the situation is. And I'm not, just every now and then I'll see the comment and I'll laugh and I'll plug in my own comment. And I really shouldn't, but I try not to anyway. I try not to. Some people need help at the same time. We shouldn't judge out loud. Addiction is a horrible thing. It is. And just like that, it's addicting to keep laughing or keep putting somebody down and keep, that staying with the same topic, if you want to call her a topic, just over and over and over and just on it every day after day after day. I just, not for me. And if they can do it and they're getting away with it and they're making money from it or whatever, hey, you know what? More power to them. But yeah, it's just not my thing. I think to a certain extent, it's shady to keep on beating somebody down that has a mental issue. And I don't mean that in a insulting way. I mean it in a sincere way. Somebody who's got a mental issue, obvious mental issue, doesn't know better. She doesn't have good people around her. She has nobody legit who cares about her. Because if they did, they wouldn't let her go on live anymore. And her most important thing is supposed to be her kids. That she'd be trying to get her kids back. That, forget being on live, forget politics. Trying to straighten your life should be the top priority, and she's got nobody to make her do that, to help her with that. And her fans or whatever, people that give her money, they're not fans, they're just enablers, and they just keep the train wreck going. And they enjoy watching it, and they enjoy laughing at her. And like I said, it's for some, but it's not for me. But I agree. All right. Thanks for hanging out. Hour and a half, not bad. It's 12:15. It's Sunday morning. Like I said, I've got a show coming up with Ricky Rincon. Chuck, I was talking about Vanessa, VT. My show with Ricky is going to be on Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. Interesting guy. A lot of good stories and a lot of good things are going to come out of that. That's when I'm also going to debut officially with a live my Instagram page, which is the same, Manny Behind the Mic. So it'll be broadcast there also. So share, tell your friends, come and watch that night. It'll be interesting, very interesting. And I've talked to him before. I bet him through, I'll tell you about that on Tuesday. But it's going to be really good. So tune in. Everyone, have a great night. Thank you for hanging out with me for a little bit. I like the nice chit chat. I enjoy your company. And you all have a great, wonderful night and a great Sunday. Spend it with your families. Don't be online too much. And we'll see you Tuesday.